straight into combat. It's Drukhari. A lot of Drukhari. Jeez. Looks like a bunch of little dudes though. Oh, and they're spread out pretty far. Oh, there's bigger ones over here. Jeez, my homie ship is strong all of a sudden. I assume it must scale off me. Because it randomly got an HP boost out of nowhere. Ooh, and it needs it. Ooh, you're so dead. Have a turn now. Ain't no way you're about to stop there. Oh my gosh. That is insane. Amazing teamwork. Oh good, I can travel through him. Tunnel extends it. I thought it would. I don't know why. Why did I think that actually? So silly of me to think.
The dark void will erase
Oh, they got
their
blown up.
colors.
I guess I should have moved them. Oh, I forgot to reshield. I don't even need that. The Black Art is here. What a surprising turn of events. To go to the rendezvous point? Most certainly. You were just getting started. Now, is this where Ufar's friends are? Hmm. Under thin clouds, as if shredded by a careless blade, sway vast steppes carpeted by pale gold deadwood. Rogue Trader's attractive eye distinguishes a region among the endless grasses that does not fit the general landscape. Scouts from the shuttle see signs of intelligent life, judging by the trampled soil and tent frames. Someone made camp here. Distant silhouettes form a tangle of paths and obstacles, a maze. The outer walls are supplemented by a magnitude of spikes and blades, and decorated with scraps of leather and withered, crucified prisoners. I'll take an expert in xenoculture to reason that Chikari have been here. As they come over the tracks left around the Chikari structures, the scouts find items of Imperium make, blood-soaked clothes, an Aquila patch, and a data slate cracked in half. Gothic letters and the symbols of the Inquisition are frozen on its bottom half. Sentence fragments make up part of an exploration report. Observers of Von Valaxius find a rough illustration of the camp in the pocket of a filthy coat. On it are marked 2 locations. The first is shown with a sword and highlights the area where the items were found. The other is a stole and points to a patch of ground by the maze. I know what is marked by the stole. The scouts carefully inspect every piece of land in the marked area and discover a camouflage pit studded with strong, thin needles. In a niche sunk into the wall of the trap glitters a volumetric flask with an ugly creature that looks like several brains stuck together. Analyze the nature of the creature. Rotators. People recognize it. Yeah, it's a Medusa. This thing was left here is equivalent. Picked recorder, collecting the suffering. Destroy the abomination. He's searching. Ooh, that's actually pretty high awareness. We can't catch it. Oh, it's just me. Aprons belonging to landing legs and a ladder are visible in the grass behind the maze. The relative positions of the recesses correspond to the design of an Imperial shuttle. The Von Valaxius scouts approach. You find a wax seal bearing the symbol of the Inquisition and a monogram formed from the letters XC. Officer voices the proposition that the initials correspond with the name of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. And now in almost an instant, Remington's running down. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, what? Well, the is less than 4 traumas adjacent to an ally still in combat. The wielder's wounds cannot drop below 1. Oh, that's cool. A segment of the dry grass a few meters in front of the prince from the ladder has been cut as if scythed. Among the chopped stems lies a piece of a Chikari trophy, a flap of dark skin stretched out by thin chains. Most of it is covered by a tattoo, a silhouette of a storm or tornado, and a black symbol composed of curved lines. Right away, the Xenos presence. And flash origin, whatever's down there was dangerous. It's already back. Came down and left immediately. It's just how he rolls. Lord Count, there's an incident on the flight deck. The planet we discovered is located at the coordinates of interest of the honor. Yep, I was right. Ufar Angel the Emperor. The moment he learned about this, he chose to abandon ship. He ordered a shuttle to be provided to him and directed it to the world before us. We do not know where exactly he wishes to go, but the augurs have tracked the shuttle to its landing site. Why have I not been notified right away? He forbade it, and the enforcers did not dare to defy an Angel the Emperor. I'm very sorry. I see. Apologize. He's trying to go in alone. Silly goober. We're not going to let that happen. Stein, probably led by the rogue trainer himself, makes planetfall on the frozen world. The shuttle on which Ufar Thunderlung departed the ship has been designated the starting point of the search. Said shuttle is found at the landing site, intact and undamaged. Scout the area. The scouts discover numerous structures, burial grounds, and obelisks of the Xeno race that once ruled these star systems. all of which are now encased in ice and solemn sepulchral stillness. No signs of activity by potentially hostile Xenos have been detected. Examine the Stolen Shuttle. The machine spirit is in fine form and is ready to ascend from the world's surface. No clues have been found as to Ulfar Thunderlung's intended destination, but a keen-eyed scout sights several disturbed snowdrifts that may indicate the route taken by the Snow Wolf. Follow the trail. The group bravely ventures onward into the realm of blinding white and crackling frost. The sky is soon blanketed with snow clouds that block out the stars' light. The wind, howling like a pack of hungry spirits, sweeps away all tracks and whips up a furious storm. Awareness. The path is full of dangers. A treacherous crevice hidden under the snow's crust suddenly opens wide underneath the enforcer's feet. It's why the vigilance of the Lord Captain and his companions who hear tell crack in time and save the soldiers from certain death. Years later, the expedition comes to a plateau. Rising up ahead is the dark hull of an Imperial trading vessel that once landed on the world's surface. Investigate the ship. It was identified as the Revelation Granted, the merchant cog commandeered by the baleful Howl on Footfall. No signs of struggle or other misfortune are found aboard, only some useful cargo in the hold. Contrary to expectations, no crew members are found, dead or alive. The ship has been abandoned and its fuel systems are non-functional. Promethium has frozen solid and ruptured the tanks and pipes. The isolating storm sweeps the group as if trying to bury them in darkness snow. Look for signs of Ulfar. Fresh tracks in the snow leading the ship's air locks indicate he was here and recently. However, he was not alone. The scouts find strange dips in the snow drifts surrounding the ship. It seems that someone was watching the ship from a position buried in the snow around the same time that Ulfar Thunderlung was searching it. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Cyber direction to go next. In the raging blizzard, it's possible to determine which way the Space Wolf might have gone. A pair of brave trackers strike out on a long-distance scouting run and still have not returned hours later. We shelter in the ship and set up camp. The bone-weary soldiers welcome the chance to rest. Watchful sentries stand guard while their more fortunate comrades stuff themselves with the new frozen rations of the ship's vanished group. They're now frozen. The temperature inexorably plummets, but the brave enforcers following the Lord Captain's example staunchly endure the trial and do not lose heart. One of the sentries delivers an anxious report to the Lord Captain that he has seen a massive shadow in the darkness, and it was definitely not Ulfar. Doubled sentries. Despite the reinforcements, the sentries cannot conceal their fear. The unknown has robbed them of their courage. Messenger rushes to the Lord Captain to report that one of the sentries is missing. Large tracks have been found near the sentry's post, as well as a few drops of blood. Take up defensive positions. Casting food aside and rousing from fitful sleep, every member of the expedition prepares to fight and defend the blessed rogue trader. A terrible rumbling cuts through the roar of the storm, the clash and clamor of battle. It is followed by a furious, agonized scream. Man, why isn't this in one of the books? One of those, like, book versions. It's not a part towards the battle. As soon. I mean, if the ship... Hours pass before the ferocious storm subsides. Communication with the ship is restored, and anxious bridge officers report that reinforcements from the ship have already landed on the planet and are now searching for the Lord Captain. Carefully lead the group in the direction which the battle was heard earlier. Eyes around cautiously, the expedition's members move forward, and gruesome discovery soon revealed to them. Oh! Ufar has been found lying in the blood-soaked snow. There are signs of a terrible battle all around, and the Space Wolf's body is covered in grievous wounds. The expedition healer doubts that even an Angel of the Emperor will last long with such injuries. With great care, the insensate body of Ufar is borne to the shuttles and, wasting no time, brought back to the ship for urgent treatment. Despite the healer's prognosis, Space Wolf's spirit clings on, and he drags himself out of Morkai's jaws. Ufar, you goof. We're not going to have Ufar for a while, it seems. Oh, this is the one I already looked. Huh. I think extracting materials right now is going to be super helpful to me. Jeez. Oh, dang it. Oh, just barely. Oh my gosh, I hate how it does that. I was just trying to maneuver and wiggle and get it maybe to finish right here. Ooh, they're all on me. Huh? The heal. Looks like he maybe passed his shield to it, I think. Because this one was glowing blue, and now this one's glowing blue. Ooh! Ooh! I don't know why the damage is so delayed on that report. Just try and survive another round so you can swoop in and do some big damage on one of these things. It's almost dead. Hee. This work? Oh, it definitely would work. Yippee! The puzzled augur operator reports that an expeditionary shuttle belonging to the Von Valaxius dynasty was detected on the planet's surface. Furthermore, according to the markings, it is assigned to your vessel. The operator also states that the entrance to a system of tunnels was spotted next to the shuttle. We'll report on the shuttle. In the registry, the expeditionary shuttle number 712 has been designated as irreversibly lost for many years. Information about the circumstances of its disappearance is suspiciously sparse, as if someone deliberately erased it. From the crumbs of information that remains, you gather that it was sent to explore some object of an unknown world on the order of Lord Captain Theodora and never returned. Explore the tunnels. After disembarking, you notice the shuttle is buried halfway in the sand and the Von Valaxius coat of arms is practically erased from its side. This shuttle has clearly been here for a very long time.
Remy wants in again. He's probably going to want out immediately.
Next to the shuttle, you find crates of archaeological equipment, on which one can just barely make out the emblem of the Explorators. Most of these crates are lying next to massive black doors of Xenos origin, the entrance to the tunnels. Ooh, just became a landing spot. The descent of the depths takes several hours. You make your way through cramped corridors, giving way to huge black halls, where a dim emerald glow from no discernible source brings forth the silhouettes of equipment abandoned by the tech priests. The suffocating, oppressive silence that accompanies you during the descent is broken only by the echo of your footsteps, deafening and yet so insignificant against the background of the Cyclopean arches. Oh, she is a companion. Shame she doesn't have any voice lines. Maybe she'll have like some basic. I don't even know what. I don't even know if she is. I might regret this, but sure. She's a soldier and a master. Isn't it like the exact same? Okay, so it's just more of the same. Unfortunately. Ooh, this is the unfortunate part. I should just go through and favorite the ones that. Actually, what kind of gear does she use? Dual wields pistols. I forgot about this. What are my boots? It is pretty sick, but I think I'd rather have the 2 AP and full heal. Plus it matches my armor. Anyways. I know I've gotten stuff for tacticians, like tactician gear. Now I'm gonna have a heck of a time trying to find it all. She's best at coercion and commerce. Oh, actually no, persuasion. And then willpower and ballistic. What does it say? Kind of slap a sniper on her? Maybe? I don't know if that's a good idea. You can use that. Why not? They have okay demolition. Wait, can you use melta weapons? Did I finally? I know I did sell my one and only really good melta weapon when I was trying to get my rep up. Ooh, what a pity. What a pity. Oh, this is the melta weapon, actually. Which one affected melta weapons? Will be how I test out melta weapons. This is the one. I'll favorite that to remind me to try it out later. Not dogmatic? What? Eh? Is it just one of those things that only the player can wear for some reason? I guess so. She's just gonna end up being the Melta weapon person. Metroid showed up. Look for
I cannot comply.
Oh, they're gloves. Weapon area attack. It should be easy, yeah. We got a few area attacks. Okay, so that's gloves. Pretty sure that's gloves. I don't think I have any that affect Melta weapons or her abilities. I mean, I could use run and gun, but yeah. Hmm. Those ones are pretty easy, but I'll probably find better ones. Oh, that's just for looks. I was like, doesn't she already have a cape equipped? A cape equipped? Oh, great cloaks. Ooh. There we go. Found something. Right at the end. And you can use medkits. Look at you. Was her demolition again? She has decent demolition. Sure. And how the long part? Oh wait. Oh. So she loses ballistic still. She doesn't have 2 pistols equipped. I don't have a Melta pistol.
Well, we can still benefit from the area attacks. Save real quick, just in case I give her a talent I regret. Oh yeah, I probably want to get this and actually start focusing on our demolition. Because I forgot what her intelligence is. Once again, it would be really nice to just be able to, like, if you hovered over it, it told you what it was for the current character you were on. I just got this character, so I don't know what her intelligence is. Okay, yeah, not great intelligence. That was good. Gonna go into ballistic as much as we can, and then once we're out of that, we're gonna switch into agility. Now this one, these are common talents, yes? Yes. So, I actually want to look for the Melta weapon. There's that one. I swear there was more unique ones, though. Oh, whoa, I didn't even realize this was a thing. Are you kidding? I could have given that to a few characters. I'll have to remember that for future playthroughs. Jeez. I could have sworn there were more things that affected Melta weapons. Unless, of course, I gave her this and I gave her that one heavy machine gun I've been saving. Yeah, Melta proficiency. Is it really just this? There's nothing else? Or this? Pretty much just another Argenta. So, might be a little boring gameplay wise in relation to how Argenta plays, but it's common. Yeah. Yeah, they're all just plasma effects. Let me actually also grab the demolition one. Or just mark it, at least so I remember that it's an option. Unless a new Melta one appeared. No. Man, I swear there was more Melta perks. And I'm just forgetting them. I don't even know what a chain weapon is. Oh, is that like the heavy machine gun maybe? Because it's like chain fed? Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, I shouldn't be going up for persuasion. Maybe coercion. Actually, yeah, can I go back to... There we go. Which one increases coercion? It's fellowship, but I'm actually going to go with intelligence just to keep making her regular weapons a little stronger. Okay. Time to see how the heck you perform.
For the Emperor! My faith is my shield. The Emperor protects. Heresy grows from idleness.
Okay, so she's a combo of
I
a
know how to take risks.
Melta and area of attack specialist. Declared us these traits contain in prime condition, so they would. Machine spirits man, equipment, things.
I am registering extensive structural damage to the tomb and the expiry of the expedition team. Initiating investigation to determine if the cause was gross incompetence or extraordinary circumstances.
That's how it's done. Let us not dawdle. Success is the only outcome I accept. Keep your wits about you.
Oh, I didn't even get the chance. Creature makes a low hum, alternating the strange metallic screeching.
Your kind has no right to exist.
They're gonna slowly start waking up. Shame this doesn't register as cover.
If I may,
That definitely made things a little interesting.
me. If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. On it.
Oh my gosh. Go into your stupid little recovery state. So annoying.
Who, if not me?
Forgot about that.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. Accept your lot. You never stood a chance. Your end was inevitable.
Oh yeah, more activating.
I'll see to it personally.
Vengeance will be swift. I won't object to it. Alas, no.
You don't have line of sight on that,
For
really?
the throne's glory. Naturally.
On it. I'll see to it personally.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'm a member.
In the name of House Orsenia, I shall prevail.
Everyone, step aside. Let's see to it. But of course, for the throne's glory. I need a foothold. I won't object to it. Naturally. Let's see to it.
Oh, I should have buffed him all up. I forgot that he had free actions. I'm stupid.
But of course.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Huh? Yeah, ready
I'll
for
make
this
it
time for
happen.
more.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
It's crazy how bad the veil
Power
degradation is now.
resides in the will of the
That I've gotten
righteous.
Henrik's really rolling.
Strike is a prayer.
Oh, she just one-tapped him. It didn't even try to keep him up.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, here's my Emperor! Eradicated. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. Rejoice in battle!
Still a couple more that are going to jump up.
I'll do it.
Oh, it's not. Never mind.
Xenos scum. You don't belong in this galaxy.
Here's the question. Does this count as new combat, so our heroic acts are reset? Because I used a lot. Oh, I didn't activate the stairs on either side as well. I think that's what these were for. Oh, we've been ambushed. Can't do anything. Which is silly, because I felt like the other one was more of an ambush than this.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? Face the navigator's might! I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, it reset.
It's as good as done. Enemy down. I'll make it happen. On it. Who if not me? I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. On it. Here's my perfect moment. The best defense is a good chance.
Commencing.
Who if not me? Consider this a taste of what's to come. I'll make it happen.
Focus, Van Calux. Focus. For the throne's glory. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Everything's just out of range.
Naturally.
It's as good as done. I won't compromise my
Too
principles.
far away. That's fine. What? You kidding
I'll
me?
make it happen.
Everyone's too freaking far away.
Who if not me? I'll make it happen.
Actually save this to try and...
If I may, another foe painted black. I'll show you why navigators are feared.
It's as good as done. It was inevitable. I'll make it happen. Another enemy down. You never stood a chance.
Finish off the little guys. Oh my gosh, I have so much AP, I just realized.
It was inevitable. Who if not me? I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me? I'll make it happen. Another enemy down. I'll see to it. Inevitable. It's as good as done. Chance. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Defense is a good offense. On it. Another enemy down. I won't stand for it.
Huh?
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
The game just say, okay, you've had enough.
I won't compromise my principles.
Or is it just confused?
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I refuse.
Yeah, no, the game literally said, you've had enough fun. No more fun allowed.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
He was greedy.
I refuse. I will not. That is not the Emperor's will. This is why I was chosen. I am his will made manifest. Much is a prayer.
Is it like shots that overpenetrate or categorized as explosive? Ooh, is that... That's not better. Yeah, no, that one's has an insane damage swing. This one is interesting, though, and she has a decent bit of strength. That's what makes it peculiar. Run. I remember the slumber of an ancient mind driven only by thirst for extermination. Maybe it doesn't have stuff with Man, this is long. Is this the final? No, not final. Ooh, it's the final of this, though. Curious about that one. There was another one, though. I don't got a great amount of dodge. Oh, she actually does have good dodge. Yeah, she can really benefit from that dodge crit one. Guess this one? I don't know. That might be what we want. Ooh, I might want that actually, because that range was getting really annoying. Yeah, this is like the last level that technically matters, because the next one's just AP. Hmm. Hmm. It's a shame there isn't any psyker specifics to these. Oh yeah, technically my character can use this now because he gives out an extra turn to people now. Any last cool psyker abilities we want? Ooh. That's ranged area attacks, dog, not ranged attacks. Question is, does ooh. I thought I had this one already. I'm hoping that applies to psychic attacks. Oh, did I give that to Cassia? I hope I did. Oh, he's the one who has sick Melto perks. Forge World character. I see. Dang. Ooh. Oh, the stairs auto-activated.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
But all it was, just that little fight. Some loot. Actually, what's that? The obsidian smoothness of the enormous slab begins to ripple and roil. A set of mysterious symbols appears on as if impressed on its black surface by an invisible finger. They shimmer forebodingly. Step away. As soon as you touch the symbol, a new sentence start appearing on the slab surface. They dash around maddeningly fast, overlapping each other. They seem to be trying to burn alien and unsettling messages into your mind. Discerning these messages, let alone comprehending them, is beyond you. Your nostrils are bleeding. The searing pain inside your head is like dead fingers digging your nails in your brain trying to squeeze it out. Touch the back of your hand and hurry and look away. You feel nauseous. The sense of being invaded is gone, leaving only this horror. It's horror behind. Horror you are not sure is your own and not forced upon you by the will of a different mind. Descriptions freeze and fade away. The symbol you touched is erased from the slab surface. Give it a kick. It's the same. Acknowledge the most terrible betrayals. I'm gonna carve your initials into the slab. Cool. That's actually super strong. Jeez. That's Chikari only, though. Huh. I need to remember in the future to give Incendia an extra turn or something so I can see how she behaves in fights. All surface covered in... Huh? First, must decide that the unusual color of the ice is due to a quirk of the atmosphere. Later, it becomes evident that the source of the highlights is a group of mysterious pyramidal structures wreathed in an emerald fire. Examining them in detail with magnoculars, it can be seen that one of the monoliths is damaged. The small emits an energy beam at a similar pyramid not far. Examine. Von Valaxi scouts approach the monolith with as much care as possible, fearing the appearance of an enemy. A small servitor sent to gather data about the energy beam clearly demonstrated the destructive power of this xenotechnology. After carelessly making contact with the beam, it instantaneously broke apart into minuscule pieces. It is curious that the second pyramid is still intact, and that only matter at the source of the beam is being destroyed. So the surviving monolith. Energy beam barely reflects off the dark metal of the pyramid. Occasionally, a scarcely visible wave runs across the surface of the monolith's walls, after which the material appears to become even smoother. It's as if one monolith is feeding the other, not destroying it. A few scouts decide to come closer in order to better examine the phenomenon. Perception test. Soldiers of Von Valaxis notice a fragment of a metallic rib cage melted right into the material of one of the walls like a bizarre bas relief. Between the rows of the ribs, a talisman of black stone shimmers with colored light after each wave of energy. The figure to which the talisman belonged shows no signs of life. After a quick debate, the officers decide to take the artifact on board. Ooh. Working his heroic acts at 125 instead of 175 and desperate measures of 50. Or is considered as having heretical adherent. Huh. Interesting item.
Confusion reigns among the Void ship's auger operations. The unidentified emission keeps disappearing, then reappearing on the scanners. At first, it seems the sandstorms are to blame for this. Finding the source of the radiation, a team of explorers easily overcomes these storms and begins studying the surface. As their accounts suggest, the planet remains littered with broken and mangled ruins of Xenos origin. Insect-like constructs flicker among the ruins, like static on a malfunctioning coginator. Their black metallic bodies are equipped with grappling blades, which bring to mind the spindly legs of spiders. With each occurrence, the devices look more and more distorted, bent, and sometimes even appear directly in the remnants of walls or overlap each other. The only stable thing in this structure is a deep hole with a melted rock at its center. Whatever purpose this structure served for the Xenos, the meteorite destroyed it long before the arrival of the Rogue Trader. Here to observe. Magos Hanuman volunteers to lead the observation team. His passion for the Xenos devices borders on heresy, and he takes a long time after his return to report to the Lord Captain. Later, Pastel admits that he is discouraged by the gap between the scientific accomplishments of the Xenos and the capabilities of the modern tech priests. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what this ring thing's gonna do. I'm assuming this is where Maharazi's people are. Also, this texture is being silly. It's just a red square. Greenish glow of the gigantic ring, made from unknown materials, flows through the windows of the captain's bridge. The Void ship's instruments measure a whole spectrum of various emissions. Sometimes the dull green is darkened. Sometimes the dull green is darkened by clouds of space dust or bent by gravitational waves. The object most closely resembles a portal, albeit what's passing through it cannot be clearly defined. Observe the anomaly. Arcs of incandescent star gases bursting from the ring pierce the darkness of the space, reflected by the surface of other celestial bodies in the system. At times, dark light waves bend the edges of the portal, but they are quickly restored thanks to the enigmatic flowing metal. Then, lashes of purple clouds, dissected by threads of lightning, appear at the center of the ring. An unseen force prevents them from reaching the other side of the portal as the blocks of blackstone become covered in purple starlit illumination. If the ring truly were a portal, it is not fit to serve as one any longer. Stellar heat and gravitational force forbid any vessel from passing through it. According to the ship's astropaths, the purple clouds are an even more dangerous phenomenon. Akin to the power of the warp, the powers of the warp are eager to flow out of the portal into real space. As if to highlight its deadliness, With the next wave of dark light, the portal throws out a shattered remains of an unidentified Void ship. I feel like something bad's gonna happen if I send people. Check it out. Cool. Additional equipment and a closer position allows allow the team to understand part of what's happening. The portal seems to resemble the gate devices used by the Eldari and Drukhari, only made of a different material. The metallic shine of the ring alternates with the darkness of the large blocks of stone, reminiscent of the material that makes up the famous Cadian pylons. Analysis of the weight. I love that I couldn't pass the Xenos language tech, but I can read all it. Wait, what I get? Read all this other stuff. During the next time, your flagship's evasion will be increased by 50% against Necron. Nice! Signatures indicate that the construct once used parts of the webway, the Eldari system of pathways. However, in its current condition, the portal is not fit for transporting vessels. It is unable and often begins unleashing dangerous cosmic objects. Instead of transports, the gate spews forth dark light waves and deadly breaths of incandescent gas, the latter taken from a star's photosphere.
I can get Void Necron trophies. I don't know what I'll do with them. Where are these ship parts it talked about? Oh well. Get the last big level out of the way for everyone. Oh wait, I just remembered. Since you can take damage for nearby allies, I think that might be better. Oh, it was the one I was interested in. Sure. Logs reveal 2 Xenoships hurtling through clouds of cosmic dust. Message coming from one of the alien vessels on an encrypted Vox frequency used by the Von Flaxius dynasty. According to the transmission, Lady Theodora's people are aboard the Xenoship. This is a report of the enemy. The Augurs spotted more and more Xenos vessels, but most of them are in a strange state of dormancy. Are they asleep? Dead? Cautious dictates not to test hypothesis. Thankfully, the nebulae in the system could allow for the Dynasty flagship to evade danger. Savage Fox contact. Their request for help keeps coming back. We are alive. We are fighting. We need support. I guess let's go to battle. Feels like a trap. I'm assuming that my assumption is that the Necrons are able to somehow mimic a cry for help and then get into one of our encrypted channels. Oh. It is friendly? Are they gonna spring a trap on us once we get close? Yep. All a clever ruse. Don't go in there. They had a feeling about like swinging between them. I wonder if they'll activate even if one of these guys flies through. We'll find out now. So we'll see if hopefully we can avoid that one and not trigger it. Maybe what happens if it just automatically goes on the assault, on the aggressive, or if it'll just end the fight. What the? Oh, I'm in one of these stupid clouds. Oh, actually, this is fine. Ooh. I could also jump. What's this one do again? haven't been able to use this freaking ability in forever. Thank goodness. It's like one of the best things. Sure, screw it. See ya. Finish the job. Even though it's probably going to heal up. Is it? Or did I already do enough damage to it? I don't remember. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, do I have to, like, test them out and see which one was sending the signal? If any of them were sending the signal? Maybe we do that instead. When I'm down to only like one of these Jackal classes, I'll just start testing these suckers out.
We approach oblivion.
I was afraid of that. Oh, I could have done this at least. Oopsie. Well, these guys are done this round anyways. Probably gonna wake this dude up. Be friendly. Okay. So it seems like it has to be my main ship. The fight's over here, bud. I'm gonna have like no mobility this turn. Good enough for me. Just to be sure. Oh, I was afraid of that. still way up there. Meanwhile, my homie is all the way back here. Prime him with that.
We're helpless under their fire. Do something.
Uh-oh. Please die. Oh my gosh. How many times will you come back to life? Please do big damage. Gosh. Oh, I had the wrong one in mind. Go kill him. They got close. Ooh. Now you're dead. Good thing too. I need to spend a turn and my shield's back up. Although you can't just, when these things are retreating, they just shoot straight to your ship wherever it is. They have to spend turns trying to find their way home. Hey, you go mess with him while I try to wake up. There's that one with the shield. That's the only one that seems to be sticking out to me, is that it has a shield. The blue effect. Sleeping. Heavy metal. Oh, that's why it's glowing. It has a Necron Lord. Okay, yeah, let's just kill the last one that's around then. That's a confusing thing, though. Didn't they say Xeno ships were fighting? These guys definitely don't seem to be fighting. Oh, this came back. I didn't even notice. They're just big chillin'. Sure, waste your turn on them. They're going away after this turn. That's really annoying. I realize now that those things need to find their way back home to me before. Oh, seems like they're not gonna. They're just gonna sit there glitched. Careful, lad. These are defeated, and your men board the enemy ship, cutting their way through the bulkheads to the source of the signal. They find the decayed remains of a Von Valaxius boarding party. One of the corpses is clutching a Voxcaster, sending the voices of the dead out into the void. All the men fell many decades ago. Ooh. A data slate and a weapon that belonged to the commander of the boarding party were recovered from the dead men's belongings. The words, "Hope is poison, kill it, and death becomes easy and desirable," were scratched into the stock. Capacity toughness check or become pushed. Cool. Say the contents of the data slate. You find a single order given by Lady Theodora. The boarding party was commanded to infiltrate the Xenos vessel and hold off the enemy until the Dynasty flagship withdraws to a safe distance. Give them a proper burial. First Fallen is broadcast throughout the flagship. In the following days, people line up to honor the martyrs. This has to be where the Drukhari are. Surely. I'm gonna kind of force myself to see. She's like, oh. Okay, I'll let Remy out real quick. Even though he looks so cute when he's sleeping. What a cute puppy.
need to remember to save some AP on Cassia in case I choose Henrix in a multi-action situation so that he can... Oh geez, that's a Digitari. She can reset the Veil Degradation.
I always keep my options open.
Use by 1% for every 2%. Ooh. What do yours do again?
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's also pretty good. Because the Xenos inside practically exploded. Cause of first death is unknown. Right? Is unclear. Destroyed Xenotech gives off a repulsive chemical stench.
I can cut your eyelids for you to see better.
Just as I planned.
Ooh.
Follow the Emperor! Emperor grants strength to faithful.
I need it.
I am here to aid you. Emperor grants strength to faithful. Your wounds shall not be your end.
Your assistance is much appreciated.
Oh, I do have basic methods. Didn't even realize.
Emperor grants strength to faithful.
I'll take it from here.
Oh my.
I didn't flinch.
It wasn't the whole
The
crew.
Emperor protects. Your wounds shall not be your end.
How fun.
Emperor grants strength to faithful. Your wounds shall not be your end.
Better than nothing.
Emperor grants strength to faithful.
I owe you
With
a
you
debt.
at my side, victory is within our grasp.
Okay. Let's take it
Is there
slow.
money to be made?
Because apparently we don't have the best perception and awareness, which is crazy to me. Oh. Holy moly. Jeez. Oh, it's a two-hander. Duh. That's why it does so much damage. Silly me. But still. Big damage. Except for direct damage, you go 10% of the norm of the damage dealt. Could use it to snowball, but then he's dangerously on the line of getting himself killed. Can't use healing, can he? Of course he can't. Use that awareness? Okay. The convulsing Xenos is dressed in Reading Tempest armor that has been pierced by weapons in several places. The dying warrior raises his head and stares at you. He sees Maharazi and opens his bloody mouth wide. You... Maharazi? The blade face twists to a grimace of surprise. You are alive. Maharazi narrows his eyes. You doubt my ability to survive? After I managed to escape the Dark City, you should not. What happened on this planet? We are destroying one another. Going insane since we left Komora, hoping to find... The Dragari's voice fades to an unintelligible hiss. Carnage. Killing enemies or each other, it doesn't matter. They suffer as I have suffered, driven insane by the voice of Seelan Thresh. In real space, it can only be drowned out by the whistling of blades and the moans of the dying. They've been fighting for a long time. A heavy ordeal for the Drukari.
Protracted battles in real space require particular dedication and ferocity. Maharazi gazes around the battlefield with a look of confusion and on his face. Strange. What is strange? You cannot see it, Lazarus, but the very battlefield is strange. Clashes between Cabal are different from raids on monkey worlds. I can draw attack vectors in my head as much as I want, picture the squad locations and so on, but it does not make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. Xenos flexes his fingers in obvious irritation. What if the Reaving Tempest is not feuding with the Blackheart, which tracked my Cabal down here? What if they joined forces, for reasons that currently elude me? And everything points to the fact that these warriors from my Cabal were not killed in a battle, but butchered like cattle after being brought to the front lines. Maharazi looks around and grimaces. Finish off the Drukhari.
I refuse to bow.
Had enough fun yet? We need to move on straight into the maw of those who think they can outwit us. Indeed, my weapons have been sheathed for too long.
Do I need to point it out for you?
I always get the job done. Let us not dawdle.
It's just a dead end? Maybe that path opens up to something later. Oh, there's Kaharel. Alright. Let's see if this is a trap or not. The Drukhari look foreign against the background of the gorge. Long black figures that watch you closely and grip their weapons. The warriors of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest are tracking your every move, apparently ready for anything. The warm welcome of my kin. Maharazi's mouth twists in contempt. But I can feel their fear. It is a good sign. Oh, the Archon is here. You know the Xenos in the split golden mask. The figure who presided over your fake inquisitorial trial emerges from the haze of anguished memory, shrouded in the parasite-induced gloom. Naharaze, Archon of the Black Heart, in the flesh. What a surprise. Maharazi's voice is deliberately calm, but you catch a note of genuine surprise, even amazement. This is the last thing he was expecting. The Archon would hardly deny himself the pleasure of taking part in a raid. A raid, monkey. Not a hunt for a single fugitive. You came, you foolish whelp. The mere sound of Nazrake's voice gives you an itchy feeling in your head where your brain-eating maggot was once nestled. Kaharel was not lying when he claimed you would be stupid enough or brazen enough to show yourself before the Reaving Tempest again, or rather, before the new ranks of the Black Heart. What's this? A female Drukhari next? Who's this? That? Sinistoria, the last succubus from the cult of the fatal thirst that ruled the arena. Maharazi responds without taking his eyes off his tin. It was she who suggested I join the bloodstained proselytes instead of decorating her chambers with my innards. My rebellious toy. Synthoria's voice rings with every imaginable shade of cruelty. You did not honestly think your ridiculous escape from the cult that had graciously given you refuge would be forgiven, did you? What are all these Drukhari leaders doing here? Indeed, Nazrake. Maharazi's voice is dull and almost bored. What are the great Archon and his pet succubus doing here? Maharazi is in no hurry to reply, running a finger along the edge of his blade and gazing intently at Maharazi. Nazrake. Their names. These silly Drukhari names. I have come to teach you a lesson, whelp. To make an example out of you in the presence of the rest of your wretched Cabal, which the Blackheart has graciously accepted into its ranks. Awareness. There's something unfamiliar about Nazrake's face and movements. Until you understand You have seen the same lurching gestures, the same twitching in Maharaze after he withered and was driven insane by the unceasing whispering of the warp. It seems the Archon has spent too long in real space. So the invitation was a trap after all. By the stars, Yujukar, you're so predictable. Maharazi shrugs, clearly mimicking the human gesture. So neither of us had any doubt about what was going to happen here. So the remains of the Reaving Tempest have joined a different cabal. You have spoiled your pet, Maharazi, a monkey that dares to speak in the presence of Aldare. You could have at least spewed its mouth shut, so as not to offend our ears with its ceaseless yapping. Slagabus next to Nazarake looks at you. The Azresh betrayed and offended their cabal, one by her weakness and irreverence, the other by his pathetic performance at the Obsidian Court in an alliance with the monkey. To call oneself of the Reaving Tempest these days is to be dishonored. Its former members may pass into death or into servitude to a different master. Archon Nazarake granted his favor to the Stum who once served the Azrahesh. I've given them the privilege of joining the Blackheart, the greatest cabal of glorious Camorra, but only if they tracked down and brought back the last surviving member of the former Archon's line, the last living Azrahesh. Your former warriors have done their part, though not without assistance from the witches of the Final Thirst, but that is no reason to deny them credit. You hear the creaking of gloves and Maharazi's hands clutch his blade grips, a telltale sign that he is not merely annoyed, but beside himself with fury. Look at him. Maharazi's face is a complex mass of emotions, rage, astonishment, and realization. He begins to speak, his voice unusually hoarse and quiet. The words meant only for Nazrake's ears. You were not planning to overthrow Yemaris. You did not plan to make me the new Archon of the Reaving Tempest. From the beginning, you only wanted to destroy my cabal. The Reaving Tempest, such a great name for a pile of rubbish led by a haughty bitch. The sniveling wretch thought she could bend the laws of Camorra to extract the cabal from the protection of the Blackheart. No one rejects our favor without consequence. I had just begun planning raids on the Spire, when who should come to me? You, the cabal's dragon who longed to regain the favor of the Blackheart. You asked for an alliance to bolster the loyalty of the Reaving Tempest. You pledged your allegiance. I confess for a moment I even entertained the thought of installing you as Archon. But that moment melted away at the thought of tearing the Reaving Tempest apart from the inside without having to lift a finger. You were the one to suggest holding a fake trial for Yemaris. No matter the outcome, you promised to condemn her in the name of the Blackheart, your voice being second only to that Strubael Vect himself. You let me set the stage with my own hands. Maharazi's voice trembles with admiration and rage. And then you delivered the verdict, stripping the Reaving Tempest of its dragon and showing the others that the Cabal had made a mistake and grown weak. What about Nocturne of Oblivion? What part did he play during the trial? I don't think he was supposed to play a part. Nazarike gives you an exasperated look but does not deign to reply. He does not know, Lazarus. Maharazi answers you mockingly. The great Archon of the Blackheart does not have the slightest idea what the Arbenian was doing in his little trial. You forget yourself, whelp. For a brief moment, a spark of rage surfaces from under Nazarike's mask of arrogant tranquility. The Reaving Tempest was doomed from the start. The outcome was known long before the story began. One Aziri Hesh. Yeah, I keep thinking, am I pronouncing these words wrong? Brought the wrath of the Blackheart upon her cabal. The other became the first pillar. My throat doing these voices, these grimy, crunchy voices. Fall at my command, and now the remnants of the Cabalites still loyal to Vect will put an end to the history of the departed cabal. They brought me to you, and they will drag you back to Camorra in chains. Cabalites of the Reaving Tempest are in no hurry to carry out the will of their new patron. You notice the looks directed at Maharazi. It seems his arrival has made some of the turncoats question their choices. You claim all the work was done for you, Xenos. But why, then, are you behaving as though you have been stuck in real space for too long? Maharazi blinks in confusion, tilts his head, and lets out an amazed chuckle. By the sun's light, you are not wrong. You are withered. What happened, Nazarique? Why did the mighty Archon of the Black Heart not remain lurking in the webway, but instead chose to crawl out of Sialan Thresh's hunting grounds? Has he been driven out? The mask of calm vanishes from Nazarique's face, revealing the countenance of a raging maniac. Another word, Aziarahesh, and your future of torment will multiply 100. Who are you to interrupt me, outcast? Maharazi hurls each word into the air like a well-calculated blow. You, head of the Obsidian Court, are too old and decrepit to risk wasting your life force out in real space, and yet you are here, Nazarique, because of a lowly gladiator from the arena? Or perhaps because of a Cableite who escaped the Dark City with his life in spite of your sentence, who thus made a mockery of Azrubael Vex Cabal. You have been cast out from Gamora until you correct your blunder. A wave of voices ripples through the ranks of the Cableites of the Reaving Tempest. Sinis Thoria, who is watching the altercation, grins reflexively, and Nazarique freezes like a statue. Well, meet? Maharazi looks around, his lips curving. How does it feel to be the attack dogs of an Archon who have fallen out of favor with the Vect himself? How long have you all been kept here, huddled together with your crumbling overseer? Do you still believe they will not feed you to Sialan Thresh when you are no longer needed, most likely alongside Nazarique? Carnage behind us. Reaving Tempests are not allies of the Black Heart, but cattle slaughtered to keep Nazarique alive. Lazarus is right, is he not? Maharize shifts his gaze to Kaharel. How long have you been trying to convince yourself that handing over your brother in arms to this decrepit wreck is the only way to survive, Hoping to find mercy by degrading yourself for mere plaything? Cowardice and Psychophancy are your new names. Envoy of the Reaving Tempest. Kaharel is clearly taken aback by this statement. He draws back, glancing at the Cableites around him. I can try lying. Still smarting from the Arbenian interrupting your trial, Nazarique? Are you making the Reaving Tempest do your dirty work and go against the Arbenian's will, even though it was he who helped Nazarique escape Gamora? What? Nazarique seems to be trying to incinerate you with his glare. Maharazi turns to you, looking even more puzzled than the Archon, but recovers in time to don an arrogant expression. How cunning! The rabble can be fed to the angry Harlequins, and you can reap the fruits of their labors. Kaharel freezes. There's genuine terror in his gaze directed at Maharazi. The mad servant of Kagorok have allied themselves with the Aziri Hesh? He looks back at his companions, clearly distraught at the mention of the Harlequins. Nazarique looks at Kaharel. That is enough. Your life was spared for a purpose. It is time to fulfill it. The Drukhari hesitates, then exchanges glances with the nearby Cableite, slowly unsheaths the weapon and raises it. Enough groveling before the doomed. Better to die free on my own terms than to remain a dead man's plaything. Nazarique's voice resembles a snake's hiss, but we greatly outnumber them. Hey, Zama, what's his bucket? Or is this just a random slith? Vect will not forgive those who dare challenge the Black Heart. Vect will not care about a massacre with no survivors. Have at them, sisters and brothers.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
Yeah, it's just a basic slith.
The sound of frightened prey.
Ooh.
Tantalizing.
Big showdown music. And I can just start her here and move her if I need to. Let's get some big crit going though, kiddos.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Oh, what the? Why do all of her abilities toss stuff? Huh? Did I miss something? I didn't. Maybe the game forgot that what my gear and talents and perks were? I don't know.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Yeah, something's wrong. I don't have my prey marks. The heck am I supposed to do, dude? Oh my gosh. It's so fun when the game does this stupid bull crap. Love when this stupid kind of shit happens, man. I think it doesn't matter. I'm still cracked. There we go. I just need to get more stacks.
Accept your lot. The best defense is a good offense.
That's fine.
It's as good as done. Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
Oh, that was wrong. I meant to do this.
On it. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Stay away. Stinky.
I'll see to it personally. I will mark my path with ruin! Oblivion approaches.
Ooh, that hurt him a lot. Oh!
You can't die here.
That sword is silly. Don't use it. Jeez. That is a last resort weapon. So much for my plan now to have him get the big final kill.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
How annoying.
It's as good as done. I don't need luck. I have strategy. Who, if not me? make it happen. You never stood a chance. It's as good as done.
Oh wait, I probably didn't need to do that. I still have the stacks on him. Oh well.
On it. Another enemy down. This hunts me over. Who if not me?
My revenge will be delectable.
Yeah? What are you doing? Okay. Apparently they're doing a lot. We can't see it right now. You suck. Old Chorda. Oh, I was smart to, I guess, build up our area attack stuff. Too bad, it's not gonna help a ton. Just to say, you have anything that doesn't overpenetrate? That's fine though. I guess just.
Your end is nigh. I will not be deterred. The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words. And so shall it be. Your corrupt way has failed you.
Come on now.
I will not be deterred. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. This is beyond me.
No, it's not.
And so shall it be done. May my wrath be thy undoing!
I forgot to switch to the other weapons before triggering this.
Actions will speak louder than words. I won't suffer this.
Do that so that whoever goes next is the heroic guy. Owie, owie, owie.
Won't be easy. What a pleasure.
Throne take you. I feel the power surging. The Emperor is on our side, but of course, already is due. I won't object to it. I'm done with this one.
Aharzi shakes the blood off the blades and turns to the surviving Drukhari. His voice booms like thunder. Who else dares to question my right? Ahriel lowers his head. No, Archon Maharazi. The Azrahesh family has been chosen to lead the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Think Maharazi could return to Gamora? Ahriel shifts his gaze to Maharazi. Archon Yemaris, Archon Nazarike, the cult of the final thirst. These are compelling reasons to make any who doubt the Azrahesh to, or wish to hinder this line bite their tongues, lest they become its next victims, compelling enough to force Gamora into accepting Archon Maharazi. You're not going anywhere until... But of me, I still have need of your aid, Maharazi. Maharazi turns to Karel. You must act swiftly. Gather the survivors, go back to Gamora, and find those loyal to the Tempest. Eliminate the traitors and renegades. Find a weak cabal that can be consumed and start preparations for the raid. When I return, we will strike. Ahriel hisses fiercely. What? You're not coming with us? You're going to stay with... He shoots you a look that is part disgust and part anger. Maharazi chuckles and seizes Tahirel by the chin in a fluid motion, the deceptively gentle act causing the white-haired Drukhari to flinch and then go still. Patience, my pet. Concentrate on your duties, and I will be back with you before you know it. Tahirel hesitates before muttering a reply, unable to tear his gaze away from the burning eyes of his overlord. Your instructions will be carried out to the letter, Archon Maharazi. One by one, the Drukhari silently disappear amidst the devastation and traces of battle. You hear the roar of engines in the distance as the predatory silhouettes of the Xenos ships start raising into the sky. Maharazi turns his gaze on you, a satisfied grin adorning his face. I have had enough of this rock, Lazarus. Let us go back to the ship, and soon we will collect our trophies. Later, you and I will have a talk. Yeah, the talk is, don't use that two-handed sword anymore unless I really need you to. At least not in an area of attack. That's the wild part. Doing it on an area of attack was not thought out very carefully. Cool. I think Maharazi is supposed to have been played, though, with the idea of sword and a firearm in his main loadout the whole time. And I never played him that way, so...
I always have a backup plan.
Ooh. Whenever the warrior performs a melee attack on an enemy, that attack inflicts one stack of Black Hunt effect. If an enemy has at least one stack of Black Hunt, each attack from an ally on that enemy inflicts one more stack. Each stack of Black Hunt grants +1 crit hit chance and +1 critical damage to all attacks against that creature. Nice. Ooh. That's weird. They didn't put the armor penetration in the armor penetration. They put it down in the description for some reason. I don't know why they would do that. I'm hopeful that Ulfar's little excursion on the planet was just like exactly how it was meant to, is that you're just gonna find him and he'd be wounded and he'll come to later. And I hope that there wasn't like a bad outcome that I got. Maybe he turned in, went into his bestial rage form, and that's what happened, was that he killed some of our troops. That's my hope, at least.
rogue trader.
I dealt with your last enemy. What's next for you?
This concept of next is useless here. When the time comes, I will return to Kamara and claim the Archon's throne, the seat that is mine by right. But for now I will remain here by your side. I sense much blood and suffering to come. It would be a shame for me to miss it. Then go. I will find something to amuse myself with.
What? What was the meeting place? Oh, I need to talk to the Vox. That's right. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Ulfar. I didn't realize. I thought there was just like after a warp jump or something. He's regained consciousness. He's feeling better, Lord Captain. Okay, I probably wouldn't talk to him anyways. Ship's Kyurgen was amazed at his resilience. The esteemed Lord Ulfar is currently convalescing in his chambers. Have a servant escort me. This means it's not going to be voiced, so I can't continue eating goldfish. Impressive chambers. Ulfar's dark figure towers over you. His head is lowered. His hair hanging in a curtain across his face. His fair skin is cross-hatched with broad crimson stars held together by metal staples and covered with black spiked runes for physical healing. Could an ordinary mortal have survived such injuries? Unlikely. With a twitch of his fingers, Ulfar bids the two servants and attendants to step away, so as not to intrude on your conversation, then silently retreat. They silently retreat.
Advaiter, I must thank you for saving me. I had a difficult battle.
I'm glad you survived, Ulfar.
I always survive.
Why did you decide to go to that world alone? After a few moments of silence, Ulfar says quietly,
So I did not have to bury your body in the snow, Advaiter. It is not out of arrogance that wolves do not allow mortals into our affairs, but because the burden of those deeds is heavy, and they reek of death. Just consider what kind of threat you could have been facing, in a place where an entire pack of Astartes had disappeared. If I had risked you for the sake of fulfilling my vows, would that have been worthy of me?
We fight together. Do not forget that I am your Advaiter. Ulfar heaves a sigh, which seems to hang in the air between you.
You and I are different. Your way is to rule and build, while mine is to destroy and chase down prey.
I mean, technically I do as well as the bounty hunter class.
Such is the Allfather's plan, and in that plan my death on the battlefield is an expected and joyous event, while your death would be premature, sorrowful, and damaging to many other lives.
Did you find trace of your brothers?
The vessel I found at Revelation granted. That was them. Inside there were signs that wolf scouts leave for their brothers. The baleful Howl landed the ship on the surface and left, and the rest of the crew disappeared. I followed my brother's trail until an unknown foe blocked my path and a battle ensued.
The foe was capable of besting you in combat. Your wounds were truly terrifying.
An evil spirit.
Okay.
It attacked me from behind and wounded me instantly.
Ulfar points to a particularly gruesome scar on his chest. The strike clearly intended for one of the Space Wolf's 2 hearts. The wound gives off a strong medicinal smell. It is not one you recognize, probably a Fernician balm brewed by Ulfar himself. Your healers would faint after one whiff of such a potion.
The snow covered my eyes and I could only make out a shadow, but it moved fast and it was strong. If the Allfather's gift had not knitted my ribs into a hard carapace, that blow would have been my last.
Wolf says these words with chilling nonchalance. Pack seems to have led an entire ship's crew to their deaths. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't want to poke and prod at his pack. I see. Ulfar nods in agreement, his face grim. Not your usual self, you seem more somber.
By bitter paths comes wisdom, in wake of bloody losses and shattered dreams. Heavy thoughts weighing on its broad shoulders, it enters unbidden and takes a seat by your hearth.
Have you been thinking about your life?
About the future. Have you ever wondered what it means to be an Astartes? To know no other family but your brothers in arms, in battle. To know no other feast but the joy of slaying your enemies and extolling your fallen comrades. To know with certainty that your death will be terrible, brutal, and agonizing, for time holds no sway over us, and no warrior of the Allfather has ever breathed his last in a soft bed. Death holds no fear for us, Otvator. We have been eating at the same table since day one.
Why are there no rhymes in your song? Perhaps something good awaits you in the future.
Listen, Otvator. When the wolf priest tested me, I went to the gate of Morkai, a dark place where real space and the thought of the great wolves intertwine like the tentacles of a kraken. Everyone who appears before the gate is granted a vision, and mine was a dark omen. I saw myself in two guises, one as white as the moon and the other as black as the lowering sky, and the two were locked in combat. As for which of me emerged victorious, that was hidden from my sight. But that is not what frightened me. The Black Wolf's gaze was fearsome, full of more pain than he could inflict himself. It drove him mad, turning him into a monster. And as dark as he appears, I recognize him. I recognize myself in him. After all, I was made for destruction, torment, annihilation. I am the more agile monster. Does that mean that, by the Allfather's design, I must drink this cup of pain to the bottom in order to fulfill his plan? I do not know.
Ulfar looks at you, his expression inscrutable. Do you still believe you'll find your brothers?
I will find them.
Ulfar clenches his fist.
Probably not alive. But I will find them.
Thank you for your answers.
You have a right to them.
Look around the chamber. I am pleased that my servants found a fitting shrine for your armor. The splendor and monumentality of the chamber befit the solemnity of the sacrament unfolding within. As if performing an intricate dance, the servants of the Omnissiah move in time with the murmuring mechanisms, circling the massive space wolf while he stands utterly still. A scent of sacred incense fills the air, giving the sense that one is witnessing a great ritual.
Astartes needs very little. A cell and a table where I can perform the purifying rite on my weapon. That is all I require. But to keep the weapon bestowed upon me by the Allfather in some shabby cubicle would be sacrilege. This chamber will do well for the vesting ceremony. There is good plasteel beneath the rich decoration and gilding. Yes, I am satisfied.
What are the servants doing?
It is time for me to don my skin again.
Ulfar shrugs wearily, his body giving off heat and animal scent. One of the servants opens a casket containing contact unguent. It will be used to anoint each of the black carapace's neural ports, marring the wolf's skin. This sacred augmentation seamlessly fuses Ulfar's body with his armor, and every fiber bundle of it. What will you do now?
I must return. My foe awaits me, and it would be dishonorable to retreat from this battle, but I will need help in the fighting.
You can count on me.
I know, Otvator.
Ulfar nods to the servants, and in a low voice they begin a guttural prayer. Shadows leap across the walls, twisting together in a majestic and savage dance. In the flickering candlelight, the sacred rite is performed. The angel of the Emperor is clothed in the armor of unwavering faith and his wrath. Backpack is the repository of the mighty machine spirit that supplies the Space Marine's armor with the motive force. Its efforts ensure that the heavy armor does not burden the wearer, but rather multiplies his strength and endurance 100-fold. The resplendent armor of the Emperor's Angel, which has seen more than one battle and taken more than one ferocious blow in its centuries of service. The skin of a wild beast conjures up images of a bloody battle between the one who now wears it and the creature from which it was taken. Ulfar, standing on a dais beneath the gilded vaults, resembles a cast metal statue of a space marine as seen adorning many temples. All that is missing is the armor. Sensing a task not yet complete, Mechandrite tentacles descend from the ceiling toward the wolf, preparing to begin the sacrament of vesting. You can have I don't think you'll have anything to add, but just try.
Let us raise Fen.
All right. So are we going back to that? The whole packet of the has been discovered. Therefore, the space was themselves must be somewhere nearby. So I'm guessing not here. Also, I can probably afford to make these safe just to be sure that the travel goes in uninterrupted. That's it? Huh? So... Huh? So that must mean that we do go back. After Act 5.
I'm seeing that some talk that this quest might be bugged.
Let's go to the quest breakdown on the wiki and just see. Breakdown isn't very good. Actually, not a breakdown at all. Is this... I hope it's not bugged. It's saying to go to a system that is not at all where that whole encounter just happened. Okay. I don't know why I was saying to go to that other place. I was freaking out like, oh no, did it bug? He said we're fighting a spirit. I'm assuming it's one big thing that we're gonna be fighting. I think that one would be good for him.
Keep your wits about you.
Pay attention.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
Whoa. From an area attack with this weapon. These attacks cost 1 AP less and deals 0 damage to the wielder's allies. Oh. Well, that's going to be good for What's Her Bucket. Oh, and it's a melt weapon. So I could take off that other melt weapon I gave her.
Centuries of service and
It's an interesting power
practice.
sword. It's really strong, but I don't think I want to use it over his current one. The cost is pretty great. Doesn't really have the greatest trade-offs, in my opinion. More penetration. This does a lot with the veil degradation. Oh yeah, actually, is this just like... I see, this is just a power sword. This has nothing to do with like... Psi-rated stuff. Oh, and it's an Adeptus Astartes weapon. Actually, I didn't catch that part. And once again, I actually think that the other one is better still. This gives more crit chance and more crit damage. It's a little tankier against warp stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Eyes of uniformed Imperial scouts have been scattered around by detonated mines. By a detonated mine.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Scouts discovered Ulfar's lifeless body here. Uh-oh. Camera spoiled me.
Hunt brothers, take heed.
There's a mysterious enemy that defeated the Space Wolf. Have almost been hidden by the snow.
Never doubt me.
I always keep my options open.
What is that?
Why? Why can't you just have someone else do it? And hit each enemy in a 2 radius around the target is also attacked and cannot parry that attack. Did I see that right? Did it have 70% armor penetration?
Duty prevails.
Am I going crazy? Yeah, it did have that, didn't it? Oh, that looks so fucking sick. It's essentially taking one of the two-handed mace weapons and making him just one-handed. Looks pretty badass.
Pay attention. Cast your eye there. The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The fight will likely start here. My brothers. Red brows furrowed in anguish, Ulfar bows down over the bodies encased in cream, ceramite, and adamantine. Once again, fate has barred me from traveling to the halls of the Allfather with my brothers. Round. The snow-covered battlefield reveals little, but it is clear that the wolves gave furious battle one last time. Rocks are pitted from bolter strikes, and here and there you see scorch marks left by plasma charges. Who are they fighting? I smell no corruption on their bodies, and I see no traces of Xenos weapons. I think they did battle with humans here. What do you think they were looking for here?
I do not know what they were seeking, but they certainly found someone here, otherwise this crime would not have been committed.
I'm sorry they died.
Do not be sorry, Outvader. They died with honor, as the Allfather's warriors should. In the Hall of Yahala.
Or no, yeah, J is V. I forget, it's Valhalla. The Valhalla.
Their horns will be
right? No, it is Ya. Isn't J Ya? I don't know. I forget already.
Their horns will be full to the brim with heady...
Oh, right as I said it. Miad?
Miad.
Ulfar gnashes his teeth in anguish. Heaving in a breath, Ulfar mutters,
I sense evil in their deaths. The soul of the baleful wolf are not at rest, but remain here on the battlefield. They are not with the Allfather. I must escort them to him. Will you bear witness to the last honor given to my brothers?
What are you going to do?
I will sing their saga so that the world remembers who they were. Then the flames will take their bodies, and we will drink to the memory of my pack to ease their march to Kjalhala.
I shall bear witness. Ulfar produces a knife inscribed with sacred runes. Picking up a rock from the ground, he begins to scratch the rock's sharp edge across the blade, etching a name. His powerful voice rumbles,
Hear now the saga of the baleful Howl Pack, proud warriors of Fenris, Vilka Fenrika.
The verses weave together, recounting the deeds of each of Ulfar's dead brothers. With incredible precision in every detail, the wolf lists the accomplishments of his comrades, the enemies they slew, the sacrifices they made. The saga continues at length, and the relentless rhythm sends you into a trance. With a grinding screech, the rock is drawn across the knife blade again and again, inscribing one name after another.
On the cold world, they gave battle, the pack's fierce name never disgracing. So ends the saga of the baleful howl, and the void thunders with echo unending. Fenris Yolda.
Ulfar is silent for a long time. The etched knife blade slices across his huge palm, and starlit drops paint the snow. His wary voice rasps,
Hear my oath, Allfather. Jelga Thura Ag Yamia.
With his bloodied hand, the wolf removes the rune-covered horn from his belt, and from a flask pours something dark and sharp-smelling into it.
Let us drink to my brothers, Outvader, and then we will build the pyre.
What else did you just swear?
It is the oldest oath on Fenris. It translates as, I will avenge, or I will be forsaken.
What is that?
Usually wolves are commemorated with Miad, but I'll have to settle for something I made myself. A few poisonous herbs from Janus with rare toxins traded on footfall. Maybe this brew will overcome the physical might of an Astartes.
Why should I drink it?
He smiles sadly. How I wish that my omen would have proved a lie, and that my liberation would sour without ever being tasted, or libation.
Sounds like you're asking me to drink poison.
I am not a madman. It is a strong brew, but it will not kill you. It shouldn't, at least. But it may envelop your mind in a haze of dreams. Do not believe everything you see. The visions may have been sent by the Allfather, or by someone less worthy.
Except the horn and sip. Feast well, wolves. Love how whenever he emotes, he sinks into the ground. Even here. The astringent liquid burns your throat, and a fog immediately descends over your vision. The sky darkens, and the rising wind whistles in your ears. Through it comes the high-pitched cawing of a bird. Ulfar nods approvingly.
It is a sign. Fate walks beside us. Skull.
Taking back his horn, the wolf makes a mighty swallow of the stuff. Majestic shadows will rise in the snowy haze around you, the figures of warriors clad in indestructible armor, bearing an emblem of two black fangs piercing the yellow of the sun. They are looking at you.
The brothers bear witness, which means it is time for us to meet my last comrade.
What comrade?
There is one missing among the dead, and now I know who I was fighting before. It was brother Ingilif. What happened to Inglyph? He went mad with grief over the bodies of his brothers, and the curse of the Wolfen prevailed over his valiant heart. He became a beast. Is he dangerous? We were able to reason with him. There is no reasoning with one who knows only the black bitterness of hatred. The curse of the Wolfen is not only our bane, but also our shield against temptation. When intolerable thoughts take shelter in a wolf's mind, the curse comes and drives them out, dousing them with the waters of anger. You cannot reason with a Wolfen or deceive him, or entice him. That is our bloody talisman against evil. What are we going to do with him? Corruption is washed away by blood. We will cleanse his spirit, as there is no hope for his body now. None return from the curse's embrace. Calcazar once encountered another of my brothers, who had also become a Wolfen. Calcazar captured him and brought him to Fenris. That is the debt we came here to pay. But we have no way of doing what Calcazar did, so we will have to grant Brother Inglyph peace. I see. Wolfmoon raises its head and howls. Then it turns its wise, piercing gaze on you, and blood rains down from the snow-white fangs onto the frozen world. Where do you intend to look for him? A toothy grin is the only response you receive. You see fangs lengthening before your eyes. Is it Ulfar laughing at you, or the Pharaoh moon suspended in the sky? The fog clouding your mind grows thicker. He will come. Let's do this. Ulfar lets out a belligerent howl, whipping up snowdrifts into frightened whirlwinds. You hear a terrible cracking sound. Someone's feet. No. Paws are breaking through the crust of snow on the ground. The beast now comes, and its cruel howl awakens the fallen warriors of Fenris. Fenris thirsts for vengeance.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I smell the prey.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may...
Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. That'll have to do.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I have read tomes of military tactics. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. On it. I'll make it happen. Should feel honored to witness this. Consider this a taste of what's to come. You should have thought twice before crossing me. It's as good as done. I'll see to it, but never stood a chance. On it.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant. For the throne's glory, naturally. I won't object to it.
see to it another enemy down.
I had a feeling that was what was happening. I'm going to save one of these stacks, though, because I know that there's something big coming.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Me? Insist, Lord Captain. If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Hit each other. There you go. Oh, they're throwing smoke grenades around. That's gonna make things a little more annoying. Oh, we almost killed him, though. Jeez. Good on ya.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Good thing Argenta hits no matter what.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
What the? Oh my gosh, I clicked on it.
Doubt is for the weak.
I guess I just don't remember to click up here, not risk it.
You, my Emperor! None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen! As the Emperor commands, is why I was chosen. Faith without deeds is eradicated.
Oh. Whoa. Going in one of these. My verse, as you will hear, glorious brothers, of how the paths of Ulfar, called Thunderlung from the first, and the last wolf of the baleful How, were intertwined. Over his brothers' cold bodies standing, Ulfar the hard-armed proclaimed to the sky their glorious sagas, and his last homage paid to those warriors proud, as his witness taking, his companion of the line von Valaxius, the blizzard was raging, and the wind furiously howling, as under that terrible clawed paw the snow crunched, and in the dead light of a moon, strange to human eyes, a beast, long fur bristling of death reeking, into the circle stepped. But yeah, you can see some of the remains of the Astartes armor. Hellfather's call to summon to battle against the beast. You do not fear to meet me, perfidious spirit, who the name Doppelgrendel claims. I see you have not learned. From the last battle, though you paid for it with gouged eye, so spoke Ulfar Thunderlung, and the beast replied. Of your spoils you boasted to the priests in vain, Ulfar ever lost, my body alone you wounded, but I your spirit maimed, and your weird crippled. Then came the turn of the Outvator to speak. He said not to even try, but I'm and turned the two wolves away from the empty shedding of blood. But it was not given to us to change fate's weaving. The children of Fenris hungered for mortal combat. Enough words have been spoken. Okay, I tried. The power of words spewed from the beast's mouth grinning, the cry of the wild hunt, and the embittered souls hearkened. Out of snow and wind, wolf bodies were woven. For the warriors who died, an unclean death, the unavenged, evil never forgetting, their ice fangs gnashing, they approached into the roiling sky. The first brother, by Ulfar, was vanquished. Awareness, the second one whirling, with Von Valaxius the fleet-footed, able to smite the foe. Among the winds they whirled in a dance of death, the cunning Otvater evading those front fangs by the hunt spellbound. The ghostly wolf darted to and fro, till Ulfar's firm hand sent him scattering across the snow. With dignity was met each brutal strike, and with savagery was slain each deadly foe. The pack was defeated. But the beast was not yet vanquished. Oh, that's sick art. Roaring his body he threw into the fray like a mighty spear thrust. Howling his claws cut through the adamantine. The warriors fought. A river of blood spilling, Ulfar Thunderlong, his battle song singing. The black curse, his vicious rival echoing. The warriors were clashing. Then when the cunning Otvater with a keen shot struck the enemy from afar.
Hold on, I want to get it close. Man, that art looks so sick. I'm just looking like, I'm just sitting up a little bit in my seat to get a closer look. I love this artwork.
Oh, this is the white and the black wolf that he saw fighting. The dark wolf howled in rage and agony, his eyes blazing with lust for vengeance. To his knees the beast fell, and suddenly about his gray lips a smile played of guile and fear. Upon the Otvater fell the wolf's fiery gaze. By the power of icy Fenris, I do curse you. If you look into the past, you shall see only deceit. If you look into the future, you shall see only treachery. A false friend's dagger shall open your breast. The arrow of deceit's wrought shall pierce your back. So spoke the spirit, born in sorrow, the Otvater cursing. And then the bloody wound the Otvater spied. His breast was cut, his heart was quiet. The Otvater's death had caught him unawares. Ooh. I guess willpower. His teeth gritting, the Otvater stared down the foe. The knife in the moonlight gleamed, across the wolf's face cutting. In a blink, the dark gloom receded, the spell dissipated. Glory to brave hearts, and fear not death. In its death rasp, the Doppelgrendel answered, Brother, we were doomed, not by the archenemy's followers, nor by the despicable inhumans, nor did who did touch our armor, nor with dark sorcery did the Malfix defeat us. No, it was the humans, who oaths of friendship swore, that plunged the blade into our back, their treacherous plot in malice hatched. Said the spirit, and then it fell silent forever, the noble wolf's body fleeing, and peace to it bestowing. Oh, that looks so sick. Oh, incredible. The pair stood together over the prostrate body, the body not of a beast, but of a brave fallen brother. The fearsome Ulfar declared an oath of vengeance, and the mighty wolves to Valhalla went charging. They went knowing that from their betrayers 3 times the blood price would be extracted, and the Otvater also his peace spoke. who killed your brothers? From this day forth, who is our foe? The traitor's name, for now, remains unknown, but in the darkness I will find him, and have my vengeance. So answered Thunderlong. The honor of Fenris as you have defended, Ulfar Thunderlong. My brothers, the All-Father's hall entering, will boldly tell that in death they have not been forgotten. With a joyous roar, these words they will answer, for they surely mean that fierce Fenris still stands. So Ulfar's mighty word was spoken. A proud funeral dirge was sung, his brother's weary body, cursed by grief, from his carapace was freed, and laid upon the pyre. The old spinners weave the weird thread cruelly, no inquiries or entreaties accepting. Ulfar Thunderlong casts his days, and clearly he beheld the end of his trail. And so it ended, the saga of the Baleful Howl. May the Black Mane guide them to Valhalla. I keep stuttering at that for some reason. Only one was not claimed. By Mordecai the Dark-Hearted, Ulfar Thunderlong stood stalwart upon the ground. Too stubborn for death was this rebellious wolf, too hot to be seized by the chill of the grave. His brothers praising, he raised his deadly axe. Fenris stands, so there will be many yet to slay. I thought there was going to be like a big fight after the packs, but it was just those 6 dudes. Was there room in Ulfar's heart for sorrow? So it was, but anguish does not plague the warrior's soul. He knew one day his brothers he would meet again. Once the curse was broken, and his honorable death he claimed in battle. Glory to the fierce wolf, son of Fenris. Let us remember, brothers, the baleful howl, daring hunters, fierce fighters, and troublemakers without equal. Let us glorify their exploits, and glorify their fall. With honor have these wolves gone to Valhalla. Let us remember the mighty brother Ulfar, who did not abandon his pack in the snowy wastes. Let us remember the traitor of the Von Valaxius line, he whose name is known and honored on Fenris. Let us raise our cups and cry into the face of Hellwinter's gale, Father, we still live. Fenris Hjolda. Okay. One system remains, and I guess I'll just save it for tomorrow. And that'll be the end. I'm pretty sure.
Edvator, it is good to see you. I swear that your name will not be forgotten when I return to Fenris and sing my saga.
I wish to express once again my sorrow for your fallen brothers.
Thank you. Their stories will not be forgotten, but will live on in the chapter's legends. We wolves do not fully die. We live to hunt in Valhalla. And one day, we will return to this world for the final battle. Glorious will be the day when we brothers are reunited.
What will you do now, last of your pack?
The pack is no more. I could become a lone wolf, an avenger of the fallen. But my heart yearns for something else. I have missed the company of the warriors of Fenris. When we finish your business here, I will seek out Thorvald Ironhide and accept his generous offer. I will bind myself by ties of blood brotherhood to the Stormbiters. My duty to the Allfather is not yet fulfilled.
You still believe in the power of the curse upon you?
The curse is strong. There is no doubt about that. But my spirit is stronger than a doppelgrendel. I overcame one in combat, so can I not overcome its magic? No. One day I will find the glorious death on the field of battle.
Tell me, what gave you the strength to resist giving in to despair?
Do you remember when I was
was overcome with rage in the wreathing Tempest Spire, and you reminded me who I was supposed to be fighting for. When I told you of the death of my brothers Arnulf and Skjaldi, you paid tribute to their valor, and for a moment, I felt as if I were back home on Fenris. And I wanted to return there. When we stood over the body of my brother, Ignilf, you spoke true words. You brought my home back to my mind. And then I knew that I was not ready to abandon all hope of seeing it once more. Your counsel, Edvator. It is what gave me strength.
I saw strange things during the battle. Was it a mirage or warp influence?
Dreams brought on by Mjolnir mixed with reality
Okay, it was
and the
Mjolnir.
spells of the Doppelgrendel. How can I say what was true and what was a mirage? Were we fighting against a spirit or against my deranged brother? Did the ghosts of the fallen rise up beside us to weigh our valor on the scales of honor? Or did the drug make us do battle with the wind? It is all true, Edvator. Or perhaps none of it was. The people of Fenris have long known how thin is the line between what is real and what is legend.
Haha.
And we were in a legend.
You have fulfilled your duty. I congratulate you.
I could not have done it without you, Edvator. Know that, now and always, you will have friends on Fenris. Fenris Hilda, Edvator.
My... I haven't...
Oh, this is a melt-up weapon. I'm so fucking stupid. I don't even know what weapon to give her as another one. I guess I could give her this just for the perks. In her back pocket. Had that flamer. I think it'll be much better than these, though. This is a really good melt pistol, though, so at least there's that. Ooh, it can stun. What is her Imperial World? Heck is this? Oh, this is just my reputation. I don't know why. Oh, we're so close. So is this just like specifically her? Yeah, it's just her personal. Doesn't have anything to do with. I did want to touch this up a little bit, even though it's right at the very end. So let's say things to help me set up. There. Right there. Things to use on friends. My 2 attacks. Things that buff damage and that sort of shit.
I'll actually keep that one down there since that's to buff an ally. Huh. I guess he does have a lot more damage increasing things than I do. Somewhat similar, but a little different. We got totally different things going on. You just got a lot. Oy. Oh, it works on the soldier as well, so they can use area attacks at point blank. I'll have to remember that. Oh, sounds like the sound filter is still applied for some reason. That's why the audio's kind of been cutting out whenever I go into the menu. All right. Wait, what? Is that just a glitch that it's saying? I've been here. Maybe since I started out here, it just doesn't know. Also, the sound filters. Sound filters being a little silly. Alright. I guess tomorrow is the end.